So acceleration. And just like that, you got up in the triple digits. You're off of it. Woo. All right, so I want to do a little POV series before this year ends. This Hellcat, as you know, will be no longer produced in about 2 months. So right now it is November 2nd, 2023, and this is the last year of the Hellcat. I've had my Hellcat coming up on 4 years in January coming up. So I just want to kind of give my thoughts and impressions on ownership over these pretty much 4 years, and kind of give you guys some POVs to close out the year, some excitement. So, you know, one of the things that I always tell people is, if you want something, jump on it quick, because great things do not last forever. So that's what we're going through right now. So before we start to get into the action, right now 65 degrees here in Texas. One of the last cool days we'll have this week before it starts to warm back up. And then of course it'll get cooler again. But right now what I want to do is just, like I said, start this POV series to give you guys these videos, if these are the videos you really like. And I'll keep doing them, like I said, to close out the year, because this is a legacy that's about to end. So I guess we'll start off in my custom, which is basically transmissions in track, paddle shifters are off, tractions in street, and suspensions in street. And what I like to do is just have my setup to where I'm in track transmission, but at the same time I'm not feeling that harshness of track. So my suspension is in street and my traction's in street. So, but overall, actually, let me just weight off. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys my thoughts and impressions of ownership, and I'll talk when I'm cruising like this. But once the action starts, I won't talk that much. So just a little POV. Then from here, I'm going to the gym and then going back home. So, but back to the topic. These Hellcats, they're gonna be missed, and a lot of people don't really know what it is to drive in these cars. They've never really driven one. They've just seen things online or seen videos online. They don't really know the experience, how it is to drive one of these cars. But after owning one for pretty much 4 years, I have a pretty great feel on how they behave. But there's something special. Don't know what they want to do on the road, so when you have a Hellcat, you can just go right by them. I don't know if it sounds better if I crack the windows like this. Let me just see. I guess that may be too much when I want to talk, so let me just put it back up. So also the talks that are more prevalent at this point, that they're going to be going to this twin turbo V6 inline 6. So let's just see what happens. Right now there's been a couple of spy shots that have been released, but that's what they're going to from this. So it won't just be EV like they said it would be, or like they kind of tried to, you know, make people believe that it would be. So it's just, there won't be any more V8s unless they have more tricks up their sleeves. But for the most part, it looks like they're pushing towards these inline 6, these twin turbo inline 6 V6 engines. So let's just see. All right, so jumping on the highway right now, and what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and go right into full track. So let's just put her into full track since we're going on the highway. And what I'll also do is I'll put up my performance pages. So let's just go to SRT dashboard and then performance pages. Takes a little bit to load, but let's just get on it. And of course I can bring down, with this left arrow right here, I can bring down my engine power. Already got it set up. So on the open flat in these Hellcats, they really excel. You can barely just get on the accelerator, and these cars just get up in a heartbeat. So one of the things that I've loved about my Hellcat is basically just how effortlessly they can merge onto the highway. So you don't ever have to worry about needing power to get on the highway. You can just get on the highway with ease and separate yourself from cars already going 70, you know, 80 miles per hour. So when you're on that on-ramp, yeah, these pulls are next level. And I'm barely on it. I would say about 40% on it before I get off. But actually, I'll stay on right here. But just an amazing machine that they've created with these Hellcats. You know, speed limit here is mainly 75 in the state that I live in. So, you know, people go 15, 20 over the speed limit, and no one says anything. So, you know, you drive 80 here in Texas and people are passing you. So 75, 80, 85, you know, people go 90 here. It's like, you know, law enforcement, they won't really stress you that much because you're just with the flow of traffic. You know, it's not like you're speeding, you know, even though you're going over the speed limit. 20 miles over the speed limit is usually kind of normal. Because there's cars in front of me, so I'll close on these cars real quick. I'll kind of show you right now from like a 60 roll. As you can see, that van in front of me. I'll show you how fast I can close in on a 75 speed limit, and just like that, I'm on him. So I got to get off. I'm on him. So in a heartbeat, you can close in on vehicles in front of you. You got to know how great these Hellcats close. They're great closers. I've said it for years. They close like you wouldn't believe. They'll close in on something in front of you in a heartbeat. So you just got to know that. That's one of the things that I tell people. Once you get that judgment down to kind of judge exactly how fast these cars close, these Hellcats close, is where you can kind of get a great sense of how their attributes work. So in track mode, full track, and a great road trip car also, I would say. You know, I took this car from New York City to Texas and did it with ease. Did it with great ease. So let me put this down a little bit so maybe you can hear these downshifts coming up soon. And people will hear you coming and they'll start braking for no reason. definitely machines. Definitely some real incredible machines, I'll tell you that right now. You also got to remember that Hellcats weigh 4,500 pounds. So to understand that weight distribution and the power that these cars have, and that's where you have to have that great understanding of just how powerful these Hellcats are. So you got to know your weight distribution, you got to know the power, you got to know the temperature. Today is 66 degrees here in Texas. You got to know what mode you're in, how slippery the ground is. Is the ground wet? Is it fairly dry? Is it super wet? These are all things that you kind of have to know when you're driving a Hellcat. So you do get pretty good as far as learning exactly how great the control is in certain modes, and learning how great the attributes, the elements are around you based on that mode that you're in. So you got to know how to, you know, decipher those. You really got to know how to, you know, separate those to know exactly how to handle this car and not lose control, because it is very easy to lose control in these cars. I've said it over and over again. So something big is coming. I've told you guys that numerous times in the past. I've been trying to be super patient without, you know, spilling the beans, or actually, no, let me just keep going. I've been trying to be super patient without spilling the beans and saying exactly what I'm doing, but you guys will see. Make a U-turn here and go back around. Get back to the highway. So in track mode right now, just cruising for the most part. I'm going 20 miles per hour. Speed limit here in this neighborhood is 30 miles per hour. So Texas is something different. I keep telling people it is different. You know, you can enjoy your car a lot more. Real estate is a lot better. You know, real estate is getting a little bit more expensive here because, you know, everybody's trying to come here, but I hope people don't find out about it. But, you know, maybe they won't even see this video and people won't even really know. But the fact of the matter is real estate is huge right now. So, you know, I got my hands in real estate, and I'm fortunate enough to be in this position right now to be able to do what I'm about to do. So, you know, yes, this is a car channel, and I like to keep this channel all about cars. But, you know, sometimes you'll see some other things. Before we jump back on the highway, what I'm going to do is just let you guys kind of get that feel of what Genzilla is about once you jump right on the highway. It's different. put that one down just a little bit too. So so acceleration. And just like that, you got up in the triple digits. You're off of it. Woo. Takes no time, and I barely just gradually just got on it to get up to those numbers you saw. It's just like that and just get off. Open stretch here in Texas, so not too many cars around. So that's one of the great things about living in this state, especially when you live in the area where I'm at. You can hear that supercharger whine. Tell you, on that stretch, these Hellcats are something special. So you'll enjoy it on that road trip. Believe you me. Trucks like this I blow by, you don't know what's gonna come off of rocks, dirt, so you just get right by them in a heartbeat. Off the charts. So I don't want to go too crazy in this POV. It's the first one of a series that is coming, so just stay tuned. I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. So stay tuned for, I guess, POV number 2 coming up soon. Like I said, I want to give you guys somewhat of a POV experience to close out the chapter of this Hellcat and the Hellcat in general, just the legacy of the Hellcat. You know, me having a Daytona Hellcat, won a 501. It's definitely something special to have. It was a blessing to be able to get this car. I was blessed to be able to have a Daytona 392 for 3 years, and when they announced this, I jumped on this. You know, I was able to get this. Finding this car was like a needle in a haystack in, you know, 2020, and of course I had no clue what was going to happen. You know, no one had a clue that the pandemic was going to happen, so that kind of screwed up a lot of the things that I was trying to do that year with this car. So I mean, kind of messed up, I feel, the momentum of my channel. But overall, you know, God is good. I'm blessed. I was able to get the car, and here we are now. So go ahead and wrap this one up. It's gonna be POV number 1. MDG signing out. Guys, let me know if you like these videos. I don't do very many POV videos. I haven't really given you guys that many POV videos in my career having this Hellcat, the 4 years that I've had it. So I felt like I had to bring that to you guys. So like I said, just stay tuned. More will be coming.